Hello, hello, welcome to the Daily Draft. My name is Morgan and I take Magic one draft at a time. This is a Magic Origins Swiss queue and we're starting out with a spicy one, Chandra's Ignition. It's a pretty powerful card. It usually wipes the board and domes your opponent for at least 4. It puts us in red, which is a color that I like to be in and I tend to go into. So I'm going to take it. And we're gonna see if that actually works out for us this time. It's double red, so it's not like something that we could splash, unfortunately. We did pass a lightning javelin, and I like lightning javelin quite a bit. Not everybody shares my opinion of it, but I'm not crossing my fingers to wheel it. Good color to go with red in this case would be green. Here, I'm not going to worry about it for right now. And just taking the Fiery Impulse. There's an Unholy Hunger in here and a Vastwood Gorger that's pretty good with Chandra's Ignition, but Fiery Impulse is just a premium removal spell. So we're going to take that. And the rare is gone, so not a lot of signaling there. Another good way to go is black. That allows you to pick up Nantuko Husks and just Chandra's Ignition targeting the Nantuko Husk, which is pretty great. One of the things about Chandra's Ignition is that it either wins you the game or, as pointed out by Marshall on Limited Resources, it rots in your hand. So, maybe you'll get to see both parts of that. Here, we have a pretty interesting choice. There's a Taupe Freeblade, which is the best 2-drop in the format, probably. One of the best. And a Leaf Gilder, which is also pretty good. I think I just take the Freeblade. It can get pretty big, and it's a fairly aggressive card. White is very strong in this format, so pretty happy to pick it up. Green is good too, though. Like, yeah. Okay, white was a good pick. Swift Reckoning is premium removal. Destroy target tapped creature. And if there are 2 or more instant and/or sorcery cards in your graveyard, you may cast Swift Reckoning as though it had flash. So, very reasonable pickup. Here there is an Anointer of Champions, a Rogue's Passage, a Majoring Bully, and a Subterranean Scout. I like Subterranean Scout a lot, but I think I'm just going to take the Anointer of Champions and continue to cut really good white cards. Target attacking creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's basically whatever creature your opponent blocks now trades up or eats their creature. So, it's also nice to have a 1-drop in this format. Like, you wouldn't think that it's very important, but Anointer of Champions can do quite a lot of work. Especially when it's backing up a Taupe Freeblade or 2 or a Majoring Bully. Alright, what do we got? It can also just get in for, a couple points of damage here or there. I like how both of these characters are women. I didn't notice that until just now. But, like, the character right here, I thought it was like a Leonin or something. No, it's just another woman being anointed by a woman. That's a very good message, Anna. Wow, okay. Taking the Crone Sergeant here, it's one of the good red 3-drops, and there are a couple of them, actually. There's this one, there is Acolyte of the Inferno, and there is the Menace guy, Goblin guy. Anyway, taking the Crone Sergeant, Flame Shadow Conjuring is not something I'm super interested in playing, and Cobble Brood is definitely worse than a Crone Sergeant. So this is working out quite nicely so far. I'm pretty excited to be able to draft a solid white-red deck. It looks solid right now, anyway. We'll see how much that goes. Do, do, do. Okay, I'm gonna have to get like a sound file for this. Here I'm gonna hedge a little bit and take the Nantuko Husk over Smash to Smithereens and Valor Necros. I don't like this card. I don't think it does enough. Fetid Imp is fine. Smash to Smithereens is a fine sideboard card, but I'm definitely taking the Husk here. Like, this is far and away the best card in that pack. Fiery Impulse, a Chandra's Ignition, and a Crowan Sergeant, like fairly decent white cards. And even if I don't play it, I don't have to deal with this one, so feeling pretty good about that too. I think I just take Grasp of the Hieromancer here. No, like, this is an aura, which means that it's very easy to get 2 for 1 while playing it. However, it's one of the stronger auras that you could play. Sorry. In the renowned category, like in the renowned archetype. And if I get something like the Erosis Champion, like Grasp of the Hieromancer just gets insane because it's now impossible to block. Between Active Treason and Bonded Construct, I think I just take the Active Treason. Might not be playing it, but it fits really well with an Nantuko Husk, if anything. Bonded Construct is a fine card, though. I guess I just take the Guardian Automaton. It's a fine card. It's a 3/3 for 4, and if you have any artifact synergies, well, then it's slightly better. Here I'm gonna take the Rune Servitor. Again, 2/2 for 2. Over Bellows Lizard and Cobblebird. Yeah, my curve is actually looking pretty well. Pretty close to where I want it to be after pack 1. Like, you've got a couple removal spells, bomb, some 2-drops. Here, it's between the Warhorn and the Bellows Lizard. I'm gonna take the Bellows Lizard. Bellows Lizard actually has done non-zero amounts of work for me. It's not something that, I play ideally, but it's not the worst. In addition, drawing it late isn't a complete blank, because if you have a bunch of leftover mana, this can pump to 3, 4, or even 5. Alright, Outland Colossus, not something I'm super interested in. I think I just take another Fiery Impulse over Ram Ruler, Celestial Flare, Charging Griffin, and Knight. Oh, I didn't mean to click it, but, yeah. White dried up quite a bit, so we'll see how well that actually goes for me. Whereas, I'm definitely on the red plan. Fiery Impulse is just a piece of removal that I'm never disappointed to have multiples of. You understand. Outland classes would be pretty good in this deck, but I'm not like super willing to just switch colors right now for a 6/6 for 5, especially when I have ways to get rid of it, or away right now, but alright, here there is a Thopter Spy Network a Subterranean Scout, a Ravaging Blaze. Thopter Spy Network is super duper good, though. I think I pass it. I think I pass it in favor of the Ravaging Blaze, in fact. Like, Subterranean Scout is good. I like it. I don't like a Crone Jailer. Thopter Spy Network is worth a couple tickets, but I'm just gonna take the Ravaging Blaze and get this card in the sideboard right now. Yeah, I'm happy to take a Dragon Fodder. I'm taking the Dragon Fodder over the Skyraker Giant, I think. These guys are going in the sideboard for now, too. There's another Nantuko Husk in here. Oh, Skyraker Giant is pretty big. And I do have a couple of 2-drops already. I mean, Skyraker Giant is pretty replaceable, though. Dragon Fodder is less so. Wow, I've been passing so many Nantuko Husks. I think I just take the Enthralling Victor right now. Zendikar Incarnate would be, wow, I gotta pass a couple good green cards, but who knows what would happen if I had switched colors already. It's between the Enthralling Victor and the Nantuko Husk, and I think I'd rather just have another Nantuko Husk. Alright, we got a Dragon Fodder again. I'm gonna take that over Titan Strength and Read the Bones. You can never have too many tokens, in my opinion. Alright, let's see. There's a Rogue's Passage, an Evolving Wilds, and a Majoring Bully. Plus a Consecrated by Blood. I'm going to take the Rogue's Passage. Rogue's Passage is a really good card. It's a great way to finish off a stalled game. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Here, I'm going to take the Chandra's Fury over the Bonded Construct and the Shadows of the Past. Chandra's Fury is, look, I've got Chandra's Ignition, Chandra's Fury, Ravaging Blaze, which has Chandra on it, and Fiery Impulse. Is there... oh yeah, Exquisite Firecraft. I'm missing an Exquisite Firecraft. Oh man. Alright, so we might be moving into black here. Just given the relative amount of black to red that we've seen. Also, Rogue's Passage is super good with Nantuko Husk. Let's see. Like, Grasp of the Hieromancer I can take or leave. Tobin Freeblade is quality. Swift Reckoning is quality. Anointer of Champions is good, specifically in the really aggressive decks. Blazing Hellhound is fun. I like Blazing Hellhound a lot. I also like playing Red Black Sack a lot. I have 2 Nantuko Husks and a Rogue's Passage. And I have basically an equivalent amount of good black cards as I do good white cards. Here, I have a decision to make. I can take the Charging Griffin and still try for playing white. Or I could take the Active Treason. I'm going to take the Active Treason here. When I have this many sacrifice outlets, there's really... Active Treason's great. Also, Subterranean Scout is great because, again, I might have put up another video recently playing Red Black Sack, but it's just so much fun, you guys. So we're just going to put those over there. So things that I would like. Now I'm particularly happy with the amount of Dragon Fodders I have. Well, I mean, I could always go for more. Like, Dragon Fodder is good with Fiery Impulse, it's good with Ravaging Blaze, it's good with Nantuko Husk. It's just a solid thing. Like, these two are replaceable, but, like, they're fine. Things that I'd like. Gear crafters. Ooh, rare I want to open. Pia and Kieran Nalar. Oh, yeah! Enthralling Victor wield. Sick. Enthralling Victor sometimes doesn't have a target, especially against the white decks that might be playing, like, a bunch of renowned creatures. So that's what the active treasons are for. Um, you may have also noticed that most of my cards are red. There are 3 black cards in here, and I had 3 quality. James Tome is actually fine. I had 3 quality white cards. So, and then the rest of my cards are colorless, like Rune Servitor and Guardian Automaton, and Rogue's Passage. Rogue's Passage I'm extremely happy about taking right now. Um, or, red. Active Treason is a little bit more niche, just in that um, it's generally much better in the black sacrifice decks with outlets to get rid of get rid of creatures, but it's still fine in the red-white aggressive deck. But the reason that I try to focus on one color more is so that if an opportunity comes along to take like a Blazing Hellhound and an Enthralling Victor and a couple of active treasons and move into another archetype, I will be better set up to take it. Here, there's a Nantuko Husk, a Subterranean Scout, and a Chief of the Foundry that I'm looking at. I think I just want the Nantuko Husk. You can never have enough of these cards. Also, Subterranean Scout tends to wheel more often than the Nantuko Husk. Here, there's a Despoiler of Souls, which is pretty interesting. There's a Lightning Javelin, which is removal. There's a Shambling Ghoul, which is a 2-drop. Huh. I think I just want the Lightning Javelin over the Despoiler of Souls. Despoiler of Souls is pretty aggressive, and it's also pretty heavily black. So I'd rather just take the, good Lightning Javelin that can dome your opponents. Like Chandra's Fury and Chandra's Ignition and Ravaging Blaze are all good at doing. The Harpies descended without mercy upon Akros, only to find their attack put them within range of the Javelineers. Sweet, right? um, yeah. Ooh. Alright, so we have a couple of options here. There's a Shadows of the Past and a Blazing Hellhound. I think I just take the Blazing Hellhound. Shadows of the Past is pretty good, but we're really light on creatures right now, so I can't actually make a lot of use out of it. Between the Majoring Bully, the Fleshbag Marauder, and the Deadbridge Shaman, it's between these two, I think. Majoring Bully is good, in that it's a 2-drop, but I think I'd rather have one of the 3-drops. And I think it's the Fleshbag Marauder. It's another sacrifice outlet, which we're starting to have a lot of, but we have plenty of ways to take advantage of it. Although the Deadbridge Shaman is pretty good. Alright, so let's... Oh, shoot. I meant to, actually analyze what was in that pack. Crow Revival is really good for us, though. We can get back Nantuko Husk and Fleshbag Marauder, so... I mean, that's what I was going to end up taking, but I didn't see the rest of the pack. Oh my goodness. Also, if anybody else has Cruel Revival, they can't get rid of our Nantuko Husks, which is funny because it means that short of Unholy Hunger, it's pretty easy to go to go all in on an Antigua Husk. Like the goal with this deck, I think, is going to be to put enough pressure on our opponents to force them into a situation where we can Chandra's Ignition, um, given... I'll take the Titan Strength here. Given Chandra's Ignition is pretty easy to blow out if they have like a bounce spell or a removal spell. So, what we want to do is play a bunch of low drops, and we're going to take this Bonded Construct, I think. Probably play it over the Titan Strength. Play a bunch of low drops and attack with them to the point where they need to play out creatures or play things on their turn where they can't actually stop us when we have Chandra's Ignition. I'm not super interested in playing a Returned Centaur. We'll see if like Bellows Lizard is something I want to play over Bonded Construct. I could see that. I don't have any like really real artifact synergies, so this is more of a blocker than it is an attacker. I mean, I'm playing a bunch of 2-drops. There's an Infectious Bloodlust that we passed for an Enthralling Victor. Necromantic Summons, I guess. We're going to put it on the sideboard for now. This card has done quite a bit of work for me in the past in decks like this, just because sometimes your opponents are playing like dirtily things that you can steal. We didn't wheel the other Subterranean Scout, which makes me pretty sad. There is a Shivan Reef, and I'm pretty sure Shivan Reef is worth something, so I might just take that. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not gonna... There's another Active Treason anyway. I'm gonna take the 2-drop. And we willed the Shadows of the Past. It's still, like, questionable whether we're actually gonna play it. Like, I could see cutting a Guardian Automaton for it. Like, we can cut Bonded Construct and Guardian Automaton. And Warhorn can go to the sideboard. Yeah, Shiver Reef's worth $2 whole, guys. Infectious Bloodlust can go to the sideboard. Yeah, if we cut these two, we have Shadows of the Past, which is actually fine when it comes to like this deck because things are dying all the time. That's the plan. And Demolish so that we can blow up opposing rogues' passages. Sweet. Like, my worry here is that we're just cutting 2 creatures, and we do have 2 Dragon Fodders, which are light creatures. Oh my god, Rogue's Passage, get out of here. Shadows of the Past is not a creature. Active Treason, as much as I like to pretend it is not a creature. Lightning Javelin, not a creature. Cruel Revival, Chandra's Fury. I like Chandra's Fury a lot, but maybe it's too expensive for this deck. And Ravaging Blaze. So maybe Chandra's Fury and Guardian Automaton are the cuts. And then, instead of Bonded Construct, play Bellows Lizard. Yeah, I can see doing that. I think Chandra's Fury is fine. It's certainly, does 4 damage to them, to your opponent. But I'd rather play, what was the card that I cited? Shadows of the Past, as a way for a deck like this to get some sort of non-zero advantage, because when half of your spells are creatures that could die, and the other half are things that kill creatures, uh, hopefully you have plenty of opportunities to scry. So we're going to sort by converted mana cost, add basic lands. We're going to go, not 10-6. I think 7 and 9 is better. I do want swamps fairly early, but I do want more red than black. So, yeah, this deck looks fun, right? I could splash negate, really, if I wanted to. Anyway, I'll see you guys in round 1.